investigated the police that this is absolutely insane what is going on here in Germany. I mean, the people that I know in London and in New York, many people have no idea what's going on here. This is absolutely shocking. These people are just protesting. They're not doing anything. I mean, seriously, like, we're talking here. Like, these people are not doing anything. If they take their keffiyeh and they do this, I mean, like, here, if we look at this, I just want to also say this. I just spoke to a politician here. I tried to talk to him about Hamas, gave him some information and some resources of, like, Amira Haas, Norman Finkelstein, Daniel Levy, Avi Schleim. I even told him that Ilan Pappé will be here in Berlin. He should come and listen. He's an SPD guy. But you know, he said since he was 14 years old, he can't see everything is Hamas. Why didn't Hamas, the infrastructure? And I gave him all the information. I said in 2005, when Israel gave back some of the Gaza, I said, we have the information. It just took a whole bunch of other land and started settlements, 700,000 people in settlements that are illegal. And then I asked him, why doesn't Israel abide by the 69 United Nations resolutions that have been given? He said, come on, you're changing the subject. I'm like, changing the subject? Do you believe in law? And then I showed him, do you believe in the International Criminal Court issues an arrest warrant? That's a law, that's legal. This was an SPD guy, basically, off the record, he's a civilian now. He refused to listen. I hope and pray he takes my advice, goes to YouTube and puts in Drop Site News, Jeremy Scahill, interview with Hamas, and he has a little bit of time to talk to a scientist, a doctor. Hamas is all these things, but he refused to really look at them in any other way. And I'm not Jewish, but my parents were Holocaust survivors because they were in different camps. I was telling this guy so that he would at least look at me, not like anti-Semitism. Hello. And he kept saying to me that I'm not open to the other side. The other side is going to Israel and taking land. And the minute I said colonialism, his entire body jumped back. It's not colonialism. How do you talk to a politician, an educated man who's making a lot of money? But this guy was like, you don't know both sides. I have to tell you, I'm just overwhelmed and shocked by the German ignorance. And I have to say this, I'm sorry, I'm part German, I can criticize. This government refuses to acknowledge anything that's Palestinian. And the man, the SA man that was here and that was on the side and watching, I pray, because that's all we can do at this point is try to talk to these people. I even spoke to him from the heart. I said to him, from the heart, look at this, the child dying. He was literally having no emotion. Everything would change, he said, if Hamas gave the hostages. Blah, blah, blah. And when I said, Hamas has offered to give all the hostages back, all of them, in fact, demilitarized, he didn't want to hear it. He just refused. And this is how it works here in Germany and in America, the same thing. There's this closed door that there's nothing that can go in. It's completely shut down. I really don't know anymore. I showed him I said, do you read the New York Times? He said, yes, I read the New York Times. He didn't know about this. He didn't know about this. 15 paramedics, not just assassinated in the head, not just assassinated. When they confronted the IDF said exactly what that day man said. Hamas. Then, do you know what happened? They unburied the people, the 15 men. And one of them, who I think it's him, in his pocket was a video. He had taken a video of his own death, praying to God for forgiveness for helping his people, for God knows how many months of blood and arms and legs and livers and brains. Unbelievable. And these people were assassinated. They found the phone and they showed it to the IDF and Israel. You know what they said? I guess we made a mistake. Why did you bury the ambulances? Bury with bulldozers. And I was going to tell the SPD man, but he didn't want to hear it. I don't want to hear story after story. And even I asked him, what about October 1st? Why don't you want to hear about October 1st? He didn't want to hear about it. He didn't want to hear that the children were starving already on October 1st. That Amnesty International and Save the Children in 2020 had said Gaza is uninhabitable. And then he said, of course, it's uninhabitable because Hamas. I mean, you can't. How do we get through these people? I just want to tell you that yesterday, there are 4 witnesses to this massacre. One of them was 12 years old. They assassinated him. He didn't want to hear this. SPD, he didn't want to hear it. I really tried. But there is some black sludge, some black goo that is so tarred and corrupted in these people. He's not a bad man. He listened. And I pray that he goes to YouTube and listens a little bit more. But you know what I also told him? And this is for every politician out here and every German. This is what I told him. You don't want to open the door of this because your entire life since you were 14 years old, everything you've built your life on is built on a lie. Like WikiLeaks and the Julian, they don't know that. Or they do know it, it's nothing because Hamas is worse. Nelson Mandela is worse. Desmond Tutu is worse. I told him that. I said, Desmond Tutu, terrorist. Julian Assange, terrorist. I'm a terrorist. And he wouldn't give in. If Palestine has not broken and reshaped your soul, then grieve not for them, but for the death of your own heart. Because that's where we are right now. That's where we are. And this is a sign, and I can tell you that everyone, even the people, the Germans who are like, it's nothing, it's these people, Hamas, Holocaust, anti-Semitism, everything that's happening right now in Palestine, that's in the air of the children that are starving to death, their deaths being blown to shreds, we're breathing it in. And every one of us is affected. Every single one of us is affected. That means it does something to our lives.
Trauma seeps.
100%. Again, this is trauma and this is brokenness. And Germany is broken. To the SD man, Germany is broken. And he doesn't want to accept it because he has money. He's going to be pampered. He's always going to have a way out. But there's going to be no way out at the end because he will have to face everything that he's believed in that is dark and black goo and evil, which he thinks is good.
Do you speak in German?
Ich spreche Deutsch, aber mein Deutsch ist, jeden Tag. Ich spreche Deutsch jeden Tag, aber wenn ich muss mein Herz. If I speak with my heart, I have to speak in English. Das ist Deutsch, geht nicht. Aber das ist meine Muttersprache. Als Kind, ich habe Deutsch
Ja.
gesprochen als Kind, ja. 8 Jahre in die deutsche Schule. Aber Pluskampfeffekt doesn't work anymore.
Und darf ich dich was auf Deutsch fragen?
Ja,
Also ist das ein Trauma, was sich so multipliziert, gegenseitig, Deutschland und Israel?
is it a trauma?
Verstärkt es sich gegenseitig? Ist es eine Traumabindung zwischen Deutschland und Israel?
I mean, ich kann nicht antworten
Das
auf
ist okay,
Deutsch.
wie du magst.
I mean, the trauma, I think what's happening is this is a re-traumatization. This is a re-traumatization of Gesellschaft,
Yeah.
of the society. I think the German people, like myself, like you, the people that have a heart still, that are sensitive, that understand the Holocaust,
Yeah.
that understand World War II,
Yeah.
those people are re-traumatized, absolutely. And the Israeli people, when they see what's happening to the Gaza people in their name, some of them are celebrating it,
Yeah.
but there are many that feel like we do. I have seen them and I have spoken to them. They feel the pain just as raw as we do. But I think this is another 100 years when I think of how long it's taken for the Holocaust from 1945 to come into the 1980s, and then people started talking a little bit more. Look how long it took. This Palestinian extermination, Holocaust, genocide, this is another 100 years. There will be Holocaust museums for all of these 500,000 that are under the rubble, that are rotting.
Were the Palestinians the first who understood that all is lost if nothing changes?
Say it again.
Were the Palestinians the first who understood that all is lost if nothing changes?
But I don't think it's lost. No, I will not speak for any Palestinian. I always feel guilty that I'm speaking. I would rather, there's so many incredible Palestinian writers. There's one writer that I respect tremendously, who I always use. Her quote, her name is Noor Hindi, and she wrote a poem and it says, I know I'm an American because when I walk into a room, something dies. So I speak out as an American, even though I'm a citizen of many, many countries and places, etc. America is the problem. Israel together with America is the problem. And Germany, to me, has sucked in this corporate, feudalistic, the AI. They want to do all of this stuff that America is doing. Like Macron, bring in the AI. Trump, bring it in. Larry Ellison and Palantir, who kills children. All of this. And I bet that SD man is really into that too. And if I tell him that Palantir just killed 100 people in one building of the same family, he would say, Hamas.